this fails other than reconfining.
In the UK, South Yorkshire is set to become the latest region of England to be placed under the country's highest alert level. When the measures come into force on Saturday, over 7 million people will be living under Tier 3, mainly in northern England. But some local officials say that the measures aren't the right approach, as Tig Enright reports.
But with the row over Manchester's restrictions still raw in the region and more, such as South Yorkshire, following it into Tier 3, the highest level, the Labour leader sought to use this to prove his point that the tiered localised approach is not working, and he said that England should follow Wales, Northern Ireland and parts of Scotland into a short, sharp circuit breaker lockdown. Keir Starmer has said that the very fact that more regions are heading into tougher restrictions is proof of their failure. If they were working, he said, places on Tier 2 should stay on Tier 2. Restrictions that aren't tough enough are the worst of all worlds, causing economic harm, but not enough to get the virus under control. Well, in response, Boris Johnson said there was evidence that restrictions are reducing the infection rate. And once again, he criticised any plan which would involve a nationwide lockdown. He remains convinced of his localised approach, striking independent deals with different regions, regardless of how badly the negotiations went with Manchester. But Johnson has taken flack on many fronts, that his restrictions aren't based on any science, that they're not enough to control the virus, and that he's not giving enough help to people affected by them. Well, this is the man who likes to think of himself as decisive, who back in March, though, waited a full week longer than most other countries in Europe to go into lockdown. And here he is once again, accused of moving too slowly and trying to save money and businesses before people's lives. If that turns out to be true, or if he's forced into another U-turn, then that will probably haunt him forever. Tig Enright, Euronews in London.